Okay, what's up, family and friends? I'm doing something I have never done before, and that is just being my truth, be true to myself, and just share some things that I've never shared before. Now, normally I am very, 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 very private. I don't live my life on social media or anything like that, but I figure, what the heck? Um, why not? Let me start with I met a guy last year that when I first started talking to him, it was just over the phone, and I didn't know if I was just going to like him or not. But the more we talked, the more I grew into liking the person he was. The first time I saw him to the first time we were um, very close with one another, I knew at that moment this was someone that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. From the very first time we actually got a chance to see eye to eye in person. But I remind you, this may have been like a month before we saw each other, but we did talk on the phone. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, he's a genuine guy. I've never met a guy like him before. Let's see where this goes. And I remember when he first started coming over to the house, and he met the kids, and the kids loved him. And the times that, he would have to go home, my nose itching. And I just remember having this feeling of never wanting to leave his side. And I think all you ladies have probably felt that about someone that you've gotten close to and you really had an attachment to. I think the biggest thing with us as women is all of us ain't savages. Some of us are have built-in hearts, and we can't control what our hearts feel. We just go with the flow. Even when the red flags are up, we just go with the flow, okay? And so, anywho, um, after meeting him, spending time with him coming over, spending time with me, spending time with the kids, I was like, oh, this is all together because the kids love him, blase, blase. Okay. So soon after all of our cordial visits and things like that, I did become pregnant. Um, and in the midst of that pregnancy, I had a lot of complications here and there, in which I had my daughter fairly early. But she's here, she's healthy, she's good. I love her to death. But he and I ended up getting married, of course, because in my mind, he felt the same way that I did. He didn't want to spend his life without me. I didn't want to spend my life without him. So we got married August the 20th. Best day of my life. Very emotional for me. Because I finally felt like I can sit down because I found I found my forever. Okay? Let me back it up a little bit to the red flags because they were all there. It's just when they say love is blind, and it's not so much as being blinded by what it was probably me not wanting to accept that this is really happening in my life with this incredible guy. That's what I was thinking. There were moments when um, there were so many lies told, you know, with him and other women. And then there was a woman who called my phone and pretended to be his cousin, I guess for the sanctity of whatever relationship they used to have. And I quickly picked onto that. You picked up on that. That lie she was telling didn't last long. I just gave her a moment to finish what she had to say, and then I just went on ahead and ran it to her. You feel me? Because now I could have reacted to this situation way before I got married, but certain things I reacted on and I caught it together. Then it went to another woman way on the other side of the country who tells me I'm a side chick. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about because he's with me every single day. Okay? All this time, I'm defending the relationship that he and I have. And never once did he defend the relationship he and I have. Okay? Excuse me. Barbara. Never defended the relationship he and I had. So going forward, We got married in August. And in September, because I'm a nosy person, when I already know that there's, you have issues with telling the truth and a little bit of infidelity, I'm always searching for something. They say you get what you look for. Okay. I'd rather look and get it than not look at all and then find out about it in the long run. So I found out he was talking to some lady, and they were sending pictures back and forth. This is not even a month after we weren't even a month into being married, and he was already meeting someone new and trying to create this mystery nobody has to know thing. But unbeknownst to him, I am on my P's and Q's. So we fussed about that one. I threatened to leave, and I thought we were past it. Then time goes by. Okay. Time goes by, and there were other women that were questionable about what's what, when, where, and how. Now, might I remind you, when you get married, a lot of things that you were doing before you got married tends to have to change, especially when you have a new kid in this world. You have to sit down and act like a father, not continue acting like you're in your 20s and you just gonna party your life away. See, I had began to think that his friend family was way more important than his family, which should have been us. And it's because every time they wanted to do something, he was like, running, skipping, hopping. He almost lost the shoe at the steps trying to run out the door and have fun, because he didn't want to lose that part of his life, because he was already doing this when he met me. And I didn't want to take that from him. So I allowed, or not exactly say allowed, but I just was like, okay. And then there were times where I had an issue with it, because he needed to understand that there's more to life than partying and clubbing with your friends. You have family. You can go out with your wife. You can go out to eat with your wife. You can go out and have fun with your family, with your kids. You can do all of those things. But these are the things I should never have had to teach him or tell him. And so, I swear my nose, I don't know why I get on him. My nose just itching, maybe nerves. I don't know. But, where was I at? Yeah. So he wasn't ready for the commitment it took to have a marriage. I think he was okay with the title of saying, hey, I have a wife and I'm a husband. But I don't really think he truly understood what it meant to have a wife or be a husband. Because too many times I found myself, because I'm a control person, I can't help it. Maybe, I could have fixed some ways that I was acting inside of the relationship, but I felt like if I didn't take control, then this was just going to go everywhere. And too many times there were things that I was seeing, like, in all actuality, he's a narcissist. He's a selfish person. He only thinks of himself. And it's so crazy, because when you listen to the people that are around him, they paint him as this great guy and this great person, and he's a wonderful father. But what they fail to see is what I see. Because you can't see him through my eyes. Because what I get from him is always going to be different from what you get. Because you're not sleeping with him. You're not laying down next to him. He don't love you like at some point, I guess, maybe he did or didn't. He loved me, okay? So he only thought of self. Because when I go to work and I do my 12-hour shifts and he comes home from work, we're bypassing each other or whatever, my expectations is the kids got homework. You need to sit down with homework with the kids, or you need to make sure that the homework is being done. He never done any of it. The most that he did was go downstairs, smoke his marijuana, listen to his music, get on YouTube, and obviously talk to other women in groups, because that's mainly where most of the women come from. And so it's crazy how he gets up every single day and he never saw his faults in what he was doing. And even when he got caught up in the stuff that he was doing, it was like, I'm apologizing and I'm gonna have sex with you and we're gonna be good. Women, you guys know that too. Sometimes we fall a little short to the penis. But in all actuality, after all that sexing or whatever is all said and done, he goes back to doing the same thing the next day. It never ever changes, which means he was not willing to change for the sake of our relationship to work. It draws me to what's happening in present time. So, let's say around March 26th, maybe this was happening a little bit before that, but I'm going to say around March 26th, because that was his birthday. I had saw a video where, he was doing this video here and there. I dyed his hair and stuff, and he had sent it over to a lady friend. I'm going to tell you guys how I came across that too, because he left in my car to go to the store, and he came back and was like, hey, somebody hit your car. So wait a minute, got a little pissed off, gave him the baby, got in the car. Let me go to the store and see what's going on. And it was only God's grace that phone was still in the car. Like I told y'all, I'm going to go through the phone. That's my husband. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So I go through the phone and notice that he was back and forth voice messaging a young lady. And when he did that, I'm listening, and he's just like, hey, baby, I'm doing the best that I can. I snuck out to talk to you, and you're not answering your phone. It hurts my feelings. Blase. She hits him back and like, hey, baby, call me back before you reach home, which makes me feel like, and y'all quote me if I'm wrong or right, but makes me feel like she already knew he had somebody in his life. Now, I call her back. Since she wants him to call back, I call her back. Okay. And I'm nice, because at this point I can't fault the woman. I have to fault him. And she's just like, well, I didn't know he was married. We only been talking a week. I met him in a group, blase, which means they've been communicating in this group I don't know how long. But obviously the communication at some point got out of the group and became between them two. Let her tell it, it's only been a week. But the way that them two are acting, I think it may have been longer than that. But anywho, you guys weigh in on that one for me. So anywho, I came home. He said the same thing. It's only been a week. He don't know the girl name. It's not like he took that much time to get to know her. He don't know a whole bunch about her. Okay, whatever. Cried about it. I was upset about it, heartbroken about it. And he apologized, and I'm sorry, and things gonna get better. Blase. Okay. A few days later, I go through the phone again. He's in there asleep, because I want to see because something in my mind, and that woman intuition was kicking in like something up still. So I go through and I realized that he had been calling her again, video chatting with her again. Now, at this point, I'm coming for her head. But I still get on the phone with her and be respectful, because at the end of the day, I'm a lady. You get what I'm saying? I don't have to get out here and act a plum donkey just because I feel a certain way about her. Because again, it's his place to be loyal to me, not hers. Okay? And I had a long 1.5-hour conversation about it. Did I say some bad things about my husband? Of course, but they were all true. I'm not going to front what the truth is, okay? After that, I made an ultimate decision. If he can't realize that he going to lose his family, let me show him how he can lose his family. And so I figured if I put him out, maybe it'll change his heart. I don't know why I thought that, because that didn't work either. Put him out, and it was like 2 days later, I don't want to be with you. I'm never coming back. And I was like, well, gosh, dog, he coming at me as if I did the problem. I'm the problem. And had me second guessing myself like, well, did I put my husband out for nothing? Because now he's not coming back. I'm a little emotional, y'all. When you're in love with somebody, you're in love with somebody. You can't really help what it is, okay? So he kept saying it and kept saying it and kept saying it. And I was like, I don't know who you're trying to convince, because you need to stop trying to convince me, because I don't see how you turn love on, turn love off. I don't get that. But, for men and narcissistic people, they can easily do that, because the only people they care about is their self. That's it. He only cared about himself and how he was affected in this situation and how I put him out and the words that I said to him. And he felt like, oh, you treated me like a dog. You talked to me like a dog. And I said some things that, I may have apologized for saying, because when you're mad, you say whatever. And I apologize to him for making him feel like a dog in the streets. But a lot of times, like, I'm going to be real. If you're going to act like one, Might as well treat you like one. And that's exactly where my mind was at when I decided to talk to him left field. But for him, and I guess his culture a little bit, it's not likely that women talk to them the way that they do. And after talking to someone that's within the same culture and it's a female, she was like, oh, yes, we do. And I was like, oh, okay. So obviously I'm not doing anything new. You guys do this all the time. So anywho, I brought up divorce papers. Okay. I said some things about, I said some harsh things, basically. Some harsh things. And it wasn't nice. Okay. And as much as I tried to apologize and I tried to get past it and I tried to talk to my husband and try to have a conversation with my husband, it didn't go nowhere. Because when a person loves you, they don't shut you out. You see, it took him 3 days to decide to shut me out. That's a person that didn't love me at all. And it's so crazy because I was still trying to fight for my husband and for his love and for his affection because I didn't believe in my mind that it was over with. I didn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. Like, no, that ain't what's going on. He still loved me. Yes, he does, okay? But no, he didn't. Because when somebody loves you, they don't treat you that way. They don't do everything in their power from day one to make you feel like you're not good enough. And that's exactly what he did. He made me feel like I wasn't good enough because every time I turned around, there was another woman. I should never have to compete with another woman when that's my husband. Okay? Backing up into the woman that he met, that I called. Okay? Same week, I showed him the divorce papers and I gave them to him. I wasn't gonna get no divorce, y'all. I just need him to understand this is where we can go. This is where we can be at if you don't get your shit together. And he had already showed her divorce papers. And I'm like, what? Okay. I had to find out from work through a live video that he was indeedly still talking to her and physically with her. Okay. So I get off work early. I go over there. Because again, this is my husband. I need to know the truth. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to talk to me about what is and what ain't. I don't really give a damn about what nobody else has to say at this point. Because who I need to talk to is him. But see, I can't talk to him because he in a headspace where he can't talk to me. Why? Because she in the house. Okay? Okay? She in the house. I told him, let her come out. I ain't in no fight mode. I ain't finna do that. But I want to know what she got to say. Okay? We couldn't get there at all. It got so bad, I put my hands on him. I do not like being put in a position where I feel like I need to be physical, where I feel like I need to put my hands on someone because I don't like arguing, okay? When it gets so heated, I'm just going to knock the fuck out of you. That's just who I am. And ain't no sense in screaming my voice out. I'm just going to hit you and let you know what's up. Not to say it's the best action in the world, but that's the reactions that I have, you know? And so anyways, push come to shove, I ended up leaving from over there. He was gone. And I called his phone. She answered. I said, so are you and him together? She said, yes. Might I remind y'all, let me back it up. You know, let me say right there. She says, yes. I said, really? Okay. All right. Where he at? Let him tell me. She's like, hey, tell her who you want to be with. I don't want her. Now, might I remind y'all, all this time before she got on the phone, all this time before I got a chance to really talk to her again, he wouldn't tell me he was obviously moved on with someone else. And it's so crazy because how the fuck do you move on with somebody else after 2 weeks of leaving your wife? You know what I'm saying? Or your wife putting you out. All of a sudden, you in this whole nother relationship, which means this relationship had already started while we were together. Okay? That's how I take it. So, anywho, he had already, you might well say, moved in with her. You know, they're going to tell me one part of it, and I'm going to always keep my truth into what I really believe. Because even when she was on the phone, she was just like, hey, we just friends. We ain't never slept together. We just friends, da-da-da-da. Okay, well, y'all just friends. That's what you say. But when you got on the phone, you contradicted yourself because you said y'all was together. Now he's sitting here saying, I love you because you make me happy. I said, shit, if that's all he got, hell, you know how many women around here gonna make him plenty happy? He gonna love them too. He gonna love them too. But it was so crazy how he chose to handle that and how he can allow being in this relationship with this person to dictate his relationship with me and his kids. So now all of a sudden it's like, I hate you. And she's just like, tell her that, don't tell me. And he was just like, I hate you. I know it was songs to her ears. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, you hate me. After everything I've done for you, you hate me. Any man that gets with me will be very happy to be with me. Not only am I a loyal woman, but I'm gonna be there for you when you down on one toe. I'm gonna ride for you even when don't nobody else rock for you. You feel me? I'm gonna have your back regardless. All you got to do is be good to me. I'm not gonna take care of you. No. We're going to take care of each other because that's the way it's supposed to be, 50-50. We're going to run for each other. But what initially ended up happening is he did for me and he gave money, but then I did too. I did things for him and I gave money. You know what I'm supposed to do. That's my husband. I'm supposed to be there for him. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, that happens. Then I do a video chat with him with his daughter a few days later. And I'm just like, hey, well, are you going to come by and see... No, the video chat on Saturday with him and his daughter. And he agreed Sunday to come by and see her because he hadn't seen the kids in about a month, okay? By this time, like I said, he's already moved in with her. That's a quick-ass move in. It's a quick-ass I love you when you barely even know a person. As you guys say, y'all only been knowing each other a week when I found out about you. So here we are now. Y'all been together like a month, probably a week now. He comes over to the house. He got hickeys all on his neck. They got matching outfits on. And then she trusts to sit outside my door. Now, anybody knows me, friends, chime in when you need. So y'all know me. I don't do disrespect too likely. Especially, now we're married. Regardless of what's going on with us, you still need to respect me. Because I'm the mother of your children. You need to respect me. I don't give a fuck what you got going on in your life. You gonna respect me, period. So anyways, backing it on to that, I go to her car. Because I'm a G about mine. And I politely told her, it's in your best interest and mine, sweetheart, that you leave. Y'all see these scrubs I got on, so I ain't finna lose no job over nothing. I'm not finna sit in jail over nothing. I ain't never been in jail. But I ain't finna be disrespected neither. So... And I told her, I said, because I'm about 2 seconds of the penny off snatching your ass up because you think this is cute. You're a 41-year-old woman. I'm 34, and I act way more mature than that. But you're a 34-year-old woman. You think you're going to sit here in front of my house? First of all, you did some stupid shit with even riding up over here, even with my husband. And I guess you felt like you needed to put the hickeys on his neck to prove a point to me that that's your man. Whatever. On that Sunday, after telling her I was gonna snatch her ass about that car if she didn't move, she's just like, oh, I don't worry about it. I got a gun. Well, bitch, if you can't square up with me because you scary, that's your business. I don't give a fuck how old you are. If you can't square up, that's your business. But you need to leave. You know she left. I ain't gonna tell you she was scared, but that bitch motherfucking left. So anyway, he stayed here. I'm trying to talk to him because, again, that's my husband. I need to talk to my husband and really figure out what the world happened. Did I miss the cue somewhere? He being all nonchalant, very ugly, very mean. I can't touch him. I can't say nothing to him. He walking away from me. Again, draws out the anger in me because I know I have been nothing but good to that man. Period. Even with his circumstances, I've been nothing but good. And when he did that, brought out the anger in me again. I tried to snatch his ass up. Because you're not going to keep on pushing my button, disrespecting me as good as I have been to you since day one. Okay? Y'all, it got so bad, I was ready to run his ass over with my truck. I had to stop my truck. Because that's how bad it had gotten. I done chased them down the street. Let me tell you, drew me out my whole character was out there. I was just acting stupid and immature and just ratchet. But let me tell you something. Because my mama didn't raise no fool, okay? Neither did my grandmama neither. The only reason I was following the car because I wanted the tag number. Because everything I need to know about that bitch will be known. Period. Take it how you want to. I know what I need to know about her. First and last name, month, and everything else. Because I need to know who this ghostly looking bitch was that was just riding around my husband thinking she was just all together. Now, anywho, I call him on the phone, on Messenger, on the video chat, and, we're me and her back and forth screaming at each other. And then they decide to kiss each other from me. More disrespect on disrespect. All of this is within that Sunday. So I jump into a group that he has with videos of me and her arguing. And then I chime in on 2 more videos just exposing him for the coward that he is. You want to make babies, but you don't want to take care of them. And the first exit into leaving, you take because you lack the means of taking care of responsibility. And yet everybody else around here is saying, oh, he's a good dad. A good dad to what? A good dad to who? Because I ain't seen it. Okay? This is looking from a mother's perspective. You feel me? Not from no friend. Because I can care less about what the friends have to say because the friends don't see my point of view. You can tell me all day how good of a dude he is and how much he take care of his kids. But coming from a mother's perspective, it's completely different, especially when he was here when we didn't have problems. If you can't help me with the kids in the house, with homework, making sure they eat, making sure they get showers, making sure they get into bed, you think that they supposed to do all this stuff on their own. They supposed to rhetorically get up and know for a fact they got to do this. And most of them do. But even when they do know, they still don't. And you just go in the room, close the door, downstairs, doing whatever. You literally neglect the fact that the kids still have to be taken care of. And when your infant child got here, you begin to lack that too. Okay? I bought for her to prepare for her to get here. While when he got his money and he gave me some money for the bills and stuff like that, he didn't take his money on his own and said, hey, let me get some stuff for my daughter. Because that's what you're supposed to do. You got your spending money and you got your stuff you're going to do for your family. You can say all day, every day, and it's probably his story too. But I gave you the money. You do whatever you want to do. That may be true. You did give me some money. But the times when you weren't making money, I still was making money. And I still had to make sure our kid came in this world with something. And I did my part. Now, I'm a mother of 7 kids, y'all. And I take care of every last one of them. I don't regret it. I'm not upset about it. I love every last kid I have. But I'm tired of manipulating myself into relationships that won't last at all. Where I'm having kids and it's just me by myself all over again taking care of these children. It's messed up. So, anywho, now we are where we are now, where we have lack of communication because obviously he's changed his number and I have no means of communicating with him. And that's perfectly fine because I actually have no reason to communicate with him anyways. Let me tell y'all something. Ever since me and him, I left the narcissistic guy, the toxic relationship it was, because everything he could do was to blame me. Even in our separation. You know whose fault he said it is? It's mine. How is it my fault when I wasn't the one cheating? And you know what he said? He wasn't cheating if he wasn't sleeping with nobody. Baby, anytime you give another woman a thought of having you in the relationship, or anytime you give a thought to even being with another woman, engaging in a conversation with another woman, liking or potentially loving another woman, baby, it's always cheating because you already committed to somebody else. It's cheating either way you look at it. You cheated emotionally, baby. You cheated verbally, baby. And that's enough for me. I didn't have to wait for you to stick your body anywhere else. That's all I needed. I guess because I was always intervening and catching it before it got physical. They know you never had time to sleep with anybody else because I was always catching it. Then one of his friends came to me and they was just like, I heard from somebody else that you were trying to control him. Control him where? Because if I controlled him, he wouldn't be out this damn door. He'd be at home all day, every day. But this man go where he want, when he want, how he want. Period. And I've never stopped him from going nowhere. Besides the time when I'm just like, Omar, just chill at home with me. Because I'm at work. I'm off work. We should chill. This your whole life can't always be about your friends, because you're married now. You have to act like a married man. But see, that's the thing. He wasn't ready for marriage, so why would he act like he married? He just liked the title. I don't understand what for. So anyways, yes, we are getting a divorce.